Hi, I'm Michelle Asplin, and I'm going to explain Membership Works, their module called Forms, Carts, and Donations. And so first I'm going to start on my website and show you a little bit here about the demo that I have set up that you can reference anytime, and then some other videos that you might be interested in as well. So if you go under Membership Works and then Membership Works demo, read first. You can see I have a lot of demos about an event calendar. How does the announcement board, what does that look like? So if we click on shop, what's going to come up, and shop is just the name that I gave to the page. You can call the page whatever you want. So I have a WordPress website and I installed the Membership Works plugin on my site. And then in Membership Works, I created these sample items for the shop. So you can put in the shop a variety of things. You have some options I'll show you in detail in a minute. But for example, if you're in a club and someone wants to gift membership to someone else, they can pay someone else's membership. You could have a calendar that you sell. You could have t-shirts, event sponsorships, newsletter. They can make a donation in any amount. I usually recommend $20 minimum for that. So let's just say we clicked on donation. It'll come up, make a donation of $20 or more to our nonprofit. And then you fill in the amount there. Say I want to donate $50. You click on donate. Then what happens is you can see the donation now is my line item. My buyer information automatically populates if I'm logged in as a member on the website. I don't have a shipping address, so I don't need to worry about that. And then it's got my credit card information that I can enter, or if I plan to mail a check, I can click on that, click checkout. And now here is my receipt that shows to me, and it gets sent to me via email. And also in Membership Works, it'll explain who gets the receipt for your shop. So there's a variety of items, and I am actually logged in right now as a member to my account. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out, and then I want to go back to that shop and show you what it looks like if you're not signed in. So if you're not signed in as a member, you still see the items available. However, you can see how it says sign in to select the member t-shirt. And if you wanted to sponsor this wellness expo, you need to be signed in as well. So I would click sign in. It's going to ask me for my information. I don't think I typed that right. Hold on. All right. Now I sign in again and it welcomes me back. And now I can see that that t-shirt is $19. So that's how, and it also pre-fills in my information. If I wanted to go back again to my member login page and click sign out, and if I go back and look at it again in the shop, if I wasn't signed in, it doesn't fill in any of my information here. A buyer would be able to complete this information, and then they'd be asked to put their credit card in there as well. So what does the shop look like from a Membership Works perspective? So if we go to membershipworks.com, click on customers and then customer sign in, log in with your primary account. This is all test information that I have in my Membership Works account. On the left, we'll go over here to forms, carts, and donations. This shop I created, I just called it shop. If you have national events that change each year, you can click on nationals, for example. Here's my form template where I ask some questions about the person filling it out. And then I've got some items that are specific to maybe a national event, having some booths, marketing sponsor and whatnot. And when I click on the dashboard, when people register, eventually it fills in this information. And let's say next year, I want to create another form that's for my nationals for the next year. I would just click on copy form, and it's going to ask me to give it a name. Maybe it's going to be Nationals 2025, and I can create a copy. Now, when I go on the left to forms, carts, and donations, you can see I have Nationals, and then I have Nationals 2025. If you want to create a new form each year, I usually just add the year to the name of the form. And the reason that you would do that is because all this information is being gathered in this form in particular, and you can export this to a CSV file or right to QuickBooks. And sometimes clubs or organizations like to keep that separate and create a new database for the next year. So that's why we would copy a form. So I can also go back to all forms. Here is my shop. So here is where I actually have some data where I had just ordered an item and I said that I was going to be mailing a check, or excuse me, I made a donation. So it shows up as a donation here. So here's our form template. Again, it asks for the buyer's information. I also added a field asking for the shipping information in case some of the things that they buy in your shop you need to ship to them. You can ask if they have a different address. Then we go to the items, and here are all the sample items, pay another member's dues. If I click on that, now you've got a little spot here to add your description. What kind of item type is it? So it's going to ask you, is it a fixed price good or service, or whatever you have in here, should it be classified as membership payment? And actually this one should, so I'm going to reclassify that. You have other options of donation or payment for an event as well. So here's your price, $35. If there was a limit on so many available, you could fill this in. If you want somebody specifically to get notified when this item is checked, you can fill that out. If it's a member only thing, this is how you'd restrict it to that members only folder. And I click save. Other items in the, or other options in the item are we can add an image. So I just created an image and uploaded it here. You can have options like, is it for an individual membership or a household membership? I added an extra $15. You can ask questions like, who is this membership for? And then the receipt, if we wanted an item for, or a receipt for this specific item to be sent out, we could customize that here. Otherwise, in the settings tab, here is where the emails will go when somebody does a checkout. And we also have a receipt down here to give information if they're mailing a check, where to send that to. So as long as you've filled out the receipt section in the settings tab, you don't necessarily have to do it for all the individual items, unless it's something in particular, like maybe your t-shirts. Maybe that receipt needs to go to somebody because they're actually going to produce the t-shirt, and this is the notification that they need in order to create the t-shirt, some sort of print on demand or something. So in our t-shirts, I do mention we've got different sizes, and I also added $6 for a handling fee. So that can help cover some of your shipping charges. You can make that handling fee whatever amount, that you want. And here you can see that I've said that only members are able to buy this particular t-shirt. In your donation item, it is classified as a flexible donation amount, and I have set the minimum at $20. You don't have to have a minimum, but if you're going to pay a credit card processing fee for it of 2.7% or more, you may just want to start with a minimum of $20. I also changed the text on my button to say donate. All right, so that's pretty much the gist of setting up items. You can add a new item, just click here and then start to fill out your information and just kind of go through all the fields and answer the questions. It's fairly simple. And then the view on the website, the word add is sort of the default. You can see here on the donations, I did change the name of the button to be donate. Some people like to use add to cart or purchase or select or whatever you want. I also put in here buyer information that can be customized as well. You don't need those terms exactly on your form. If you go back to that form template, here's where I said what I wanted to call that box, if you will. All right, so hopefully that explains the forms, carts, and donations. You can also set up a page on your website that is only for donations. You could have some fixed dollar amounts if you wanted, saying 25, 50, 75. You can also do donations as an add-on at the time of renewal. You can ask for a set amount of donations or create a page that's donations and it just has no dollar amount in there or that minimum of $20. So you can, put donations in the shop with everything else, or you can create your own page for that. And you can have different shops too. If you have things that are purchased year round, maybe you put that in one shop, or if something is seasonal or related to a specific event, maybe you want to create a shop that is just for those particular items, show it on your website only in that season, and then when you don't need it anymore, you can remove it from your website. All right, sounds good. Thank you.